You might think functions would be a straightforward topic, but in Swift there are some pretty interesting things you need to be aware of. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the more interesting features of functions in Swift. You write functions in Swift using the func keyword, followed by the function name, then a list of parameters, and optionally a return value. Let's say you want to write a function to send a greeting to a planet. Okay, you probably know where I'm going. You want to pass in the type of greeting and the planet, and the function will print the greeting. Now we have a send greeting function. We can call it passing in the greeting, and the planet of our choice, I'm going to go with, let's go with hello and world. Notice that by default, we're using the parameter names when we call the function, but not necessarily though. If you want to use a different name for the parameter when calling the function, you can give a parameter what's called an argument label. In Swift, we often aim for function definitions that you can actually read like a sentence when you call them. For example, in your send greeting function, maybe we would add an argument label to call the function send greeting hello to world. The optional argument label goes before the parameter name. So we're getting close, but we have a bit of redundancy in our function call. If you would prefer a parameter to be passed without an argument label, you can replace it with an underscore. Let's remove the argument label for the greeting parameter with an underscore. Now, when you call the function, you have a nice, clear sounding sentence. Send greeting hello to world. Function parameters can have default values. Let's give greeting and planet default values of hello and world. Of course, we can still replace those default values, but this means that we can now call the function without needing to include those parameters if we like. An alternative approach to default values is called overloading a function. Overloading just means setting up another function with the same name, but then making it distinct, either with different parameters or different return values. So we could, for example, set up another function called sendGreeting that doesn't receive any parameters at all. The original function call still calls the original function method, but if we call the function without passing any parameters, it will call our overloaded method. The overloaded method could be its own independent function, or it can be a good idea to call the other function and keep the code for a function centralized. This has been a sample from my video course, iOS Development with Swift. You can click here to learn more about the course. I've also written a book on iOS development. You can click here to learn more about that. I'm hoping to upload a sample video like this regularly. So if you're interested in iOS development and would like to see more videos like these, you might want to click below to subscribe. Bye.